just seemed like in that second quarter in particular, it just seemed like there was maybe a lid on the rim or shots were just not falling the way that you guys may have wanted to. What did you think about some of those looks that you guys were taking, particularly in that second quarter?
I think, to be honest with you, a lot of our shots, were really pretty good shots. I'm trying to remember second quarter. To be honest, I just remember a lot of the game. Me included, I think I had a couple floaters, a couple close shots that I could have made, but we missed a lot of layups tonight. And that could be a little rust from being off the break and just not. I'm not saying not ready to play, but there's little things that that will be okay if we continue to do them. We'll be all right. We're just missing layups, easy shots, and then whenever they get the rebound, they're pushing it, throwing it over our heads, getting layups and easy baskets, and then that's how they got the lead back or made the lead smaller for us and ended up taking the lead before the half. And I know for sure in the third quarter we had some really good looks and wasn't able to really take the lead back, and that's how they were able to extend their lead. And so this is one of those nights. It's frustrating, obviously, as a team that's close with us in the standings and things like that, but we'll be fine. Trust me.
Yeah, you talked before about maybe being the team that sets the tone of the game, and it seemed like Orlando, especially toward the latter half, kind of set the tone. How do you guys try to find that balance to not get frustrated when calls maybe don't go your way?
I don't know if it's setting the tone. I think we set the tone too. I think it was just officiated one-sided. Some refs take shit personal. Some refs have held things personal. Even against me, and that's fine. For me, I like standing up for my teammates. I feel like they shot 10 more free throws than us, and I feel like if you ask anybody around the league, you would know that they're probably a more physical team than we are. And the way we drove, even some of the guys were laughing when they weren't calling fouls for me. We'd go on the other end. So it's frustrating. I know a few of those refs. I've been known for throwing people out throughout the year, things like that. So I even asked Caitlin if she liked throwing people out, and she said that's what makes her a good ref. So it's shit like that. It's personal for some of these refs, and some stuff that fans don't even get to hear, but you get to see it in their calls and their actions and things like that. So you just wish that you could get some refs that just don't take things personal and understand that people grow. I'm not 19 anymore. I can communicate with these people, and I have with a lot of the refs, and I feel like the refs have been responsive for the most part. But then you get a handful that, like we did tonight, that are just, take shit personal, and you can see it by the way by the way they make their calls.
We'll try to keep some money in your bank account, and I'm gonna ask you about.
I'm fine, bro.
You good? When you're about to take one of those deep threes, right? What are you seeing out there that tells you it's time to do that? Because I see it when you pass it up all the time, and then when you take it, it might look the same to the common eye, but I'm sure you're saying something different.
No, for sure. I think it's just a time and place on when to do it. For me, if I feel like I have a rhythm, I feel like it's within the flow of the game, I'm gonna take it, and my teammates want me to take it. But at the same time, I can't just come down and just take those all the time. I always feel like I'm open. I always feel like I can create a shot for myself, but it's not necessarily needed and what's needed all the time. So for me, I don't feel like I did a good job of getting my teammates involved like I usually do tonight. And maybe some of it's just we just weren't making some shots, and now I have to go back and look at the film. But that's why I don't take it all the time, even though it may look like I have it.
Trae, you talked about how basically this team is close to you all in the rankings. You have a couple more games coming up just like that.
Yeah.
Is that something that you guys are talking about in the locker room, or is it kind of just a one game at a time type of thing for you all?
No, it gets mentioned every now and then, but for me personally, I know it's just one game at a time. Like we can't look too far ahead. Been in this position before, so I'm used to it. So we're taking it one game at a time. I feel like that's the message in the locker room. Even though we didn't win tonight, I feel like we played the right way. Had a lot of good shots that just didn't go in, and if we made some of our layups, and maybe closing the free throw gap, it wouldn't even have been a close game. So for us, we can't get our heads too down over this one loss. As frustrating as it is to a good team in our division, but I think we'll see this team beat 2 more times, so that'll be fun.
Hey Trae, I thought that Karras, when you kind of picked it up in that third or fourth quarter, I thought he kind of put his foot on the gas and matched your energy with his play. Just what does that do for you when you see your teammates kind of have your back through their actions when you're out there?
Yeah, I mean that's part of it. I mean that's what's cool about being part of this team. I mean I've been a part of teams where it's like that. I mean you see me get bumped and I just walk off and my teammate takes up for me at half court. I mean it's happened before, and I feel like with the guys we have now, we're gonna keep fighting. And like I said, just because we lost tonight doesn't mean the season's over by any means. Trust me. Obviously, it's frustrating the first one after the break, but you could tell when we had moments, and obviously the way we started out the game was great. And then even later on in the game when we had our moments, we just gotta grab those and stick to those as much as possible. But Karras was a big help, and I always appreciate when those guys step up, not only by what they say but their actions. And I mean, our guys have been doing that.
Thank you, Trae.
Gotcha.